Hi guys, and welcome to my first of two Trek America videos. In this first one, I'm going to split this into two sections. So the first half is going to be my 5 top packing tips, and the second half is going to be my packing checklist. I'll also put all the things down below, so as you can pack, you can check it off. I'm going to talk in further detail on what I packed and why, but I split it into the two sections so you can watch what's relevant to you, either watch all of it or whatever. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Tip number 1, to lighten your luggage. Use your backpack as your carry-on. Also use a smaller bag, that's what I did, and I filled it with my heavier clothes. So things like jackets, jumpers, and jeans. This will just make your luggage a lot lighter. I actually managed to pack for the Mountie tour, and then I stayed in Toronto for a little bit, and I managed to pack all of that and stay within the limit. Tip number 2, saving space in your luggage. And you can do this by several ways. So if you're going to bring your own sleeping bag because you know it's comfy and it's warm and toasty, then put the end on the floor and kneel on the other side and put your full body weight on it, and it will squish it down, and then you tighten the straps. This reduced my sleeping bag size by loads, and then I had a lot more space to pack around it. So well, that's one of my tips. But if you didn't want to bring your own sleeping bag, you could also buy one when you're out there. You could buy blankets. I would highly recommend buying a pillow. We got one for $4 from Walmart. You will sleep so much better, and sleep is very vital. You have some early nights, so you want to get the best amount of sleep whilst you're out there. But you don't have to bring everything. You can buy things when you're out there. Other packing tips inside your suitcase is what I do with my clothes is I roll them really tight, and that provides a lot more space. Things like your socks, pants, shove them in your shoes, shoving them in little places, so then that freed up space for clothes. Just all the jumpers, all the warm clothes. Tip number 3 is bring some spare bags. I brought along a dust bag, and I use this for all my dirty clothes. Just pop that away from everything else. And it's good because when you get home, you have your bag ready to just put it in the washing machine. When you're camping, there are bears around when we did the Mountie tour, so you wanted to make sure that you had bear-proofed your tent. So that's no toiletries, no food, just nothing with a strong smell, even like sun cream, insect repellent. Only want to have that kind of stuff out when you're using it, and then when you're done with it, putting it away all in a bag, and then they lock that away in the trailer, in the van. But this is just really good, so you have that all in one place. So say I had an outfit on for hiking, but then I wanted something nicer to change into. A tote bag's really handy. Just pop those clothes in there, put that in your backpack, so when you need it, it is all together. Plastic bags, sandwich bags, they're good for any of your toiletries will leak, or if any of your clothes get wet, your shoes get wet, you then have this bag to put your stuff in that doesn't ruin any of your other stuff. Tip number 4 is all about showering. I got this toiletry bag from Amazon, and it's handy for several reasons. This is waterproof for one. Number 2, it has a hook. This is really good because in the changing areas outside the shower, you would hook this up, then you'd save space on the bench for your clothes. What came in that toiletry bag as well was this little pouch, and inside there were mini bottles. So there's ones like pump ones I put my shampoos and conditioners in, little tubs. So just decanting your stuff into smaller bottles will save space, also save weight. Because you have limited places to charge, you can actually charge things in the shower. Toilet areas, there's usually plugs there. So travel adapter, I found it's better to have the mini ones because the normal ones I have, when I plugged that in, there wasn't really space for anyone else to use it. But if you have the smaller ones, then both people could use it, or you could charge 2 things. You could just hog that charger. Bring a microfibre towel. It saves so much space in your suitcase, it's so much lighter, and it dries a lot quicker too. Bringing flip-flops are a great idea because once you've showered, you're all clean, just slip into your flip-flops and your feet won't get dirty. Tip number 5, making your packing easier by doing the following. I wish I had looked into this a little bit earlier, but loads of people suggested packing cubes. These sound like a great idea. Then you can pack all your stuff into certain cubes, so you can do one for tops, one for jumpers, just so you know where everything is. Otherwise, you're risking unpacking your suitcase to find something to then try and repack it. Create yourself a packing checklist, or refer to the next part of the video / description below to make make sure that you have everything. As you put the stuff in, make sure you're ticking it off. I thought I was doing really well till I was out there and realized I forgot my face wash. So for the time I was out there, I was just washing my face with body wash, which wasn't really ideal. Save up any shower caps when you're in hotels, or if you just have shower caps, like I always take them anyway from hotels. These are great for putting around your shoes, but this is a lot less bulky than putting your shoes in a bag, and you can easily see because shower caps are see-through. So then put them in your bag, the soles of your shoes are covered, and that will protect all your clothes. Now onto my packing checklist. I have wrote this out into sections, so hopefully it makes a little bit more sense. When I originally did it, it was a mess, so I hope this is more concise. So this was my backpack I used as my hand luggage. So I had this and this, and what I did with these is I filled it with my heavier clothes, so things like jackets, jeans, and jumpers. I love this backpack so much. You can get it in loads of colours. It is waterproof, which is one amazing because the weather changes a lot. It's going to rain, so that is amazing. This is one of my favourite bits, this zip here. So you can access it through the side. So having things like your water bottle here was really, really handy. This little bit here, and like a normal backpack, you know, like the drawstring. Also it has a detachable little bag, which is really handy. So when I went on a helicopter, that was what I had as my little bag, so it didn't take up too much space. But all that does is attaches by poppers. So I've got one, two, your little bag, which is also waterproof. The straps are cushioned, they're really comfy, and it has little pockets in the front so I could store bits I wanted to easily access. And I had a load of bits like hand cream and antibacterial stuff and tissues in this front bit too. I also brought my travel neck pillow, and I just attached this either to my rucksack or my bag. This was great because I could then sleep on the plane. This doubles as a pillow, so neck pillow, pillow. This I got from Sports Direct. I think it's like Dunlop, really comfy. I think it was like £6. Luggage wise, I just had a normal suitcase, just a normal hard suitcase. Some people bring softer suitcases. When you're hiking, you're not with your luggage, so you don't have to bring like a massive backpack with all your stuff in. All your stuff will stay in the trailer, locked away at camp. And then when you're moving, the trailer is coming along with the van. On to tech. So my checklist is iPhone plug and cables. Travel adapters, as I mentioned before in my top tips. These smaller ones are better. Power banks are so good. I'm currently actually using this to charge my phone as I'm filming. I brought 3 of them. I was able to charge these in the van. So another thing, bringing a car charger. So one of the girls did, Millie, amazing. She brought one that had several USB bits into it, which is really handy because then loads of people can charge. So there's 2 charging bits in the van, one in the front and one nearer the back. But I actually only used 2 of them, but it was good to have that backup. You're not going to have very good access to internet out there, so our phones did last a lot longer than normal. Obviously the cables to charge it. Torch / head torch. Loads of people recommended to get a head torch because then your hand's free, but I never actually used it. I just used a normal LED torch. This was really good. This little string here at the top of the tent, I just tied it, so when we're getting ready in the tent, I just popped it on as like a nice light in our little home. Obviously you're going to want to wash your hair whilst you're away, and if your hair can dry naturally, then lucky you, but no, I need to use a hairdryer. So I got a travel hairdryer. This one is from JHD. It's good because it folds away like so. Just pop it open, then before you go, make sure you change the voltage. So I've changed it back to UK voltage, which is 240. Before I went away, I got a screwdriver, and if you need straighteners, obviously bring those too. If you're bringing cameras, remember all the cameras that you want to bring, spare batteries, all the cables, chargers, memory cards, film, mounts. So say if you brought your GoPro, a mount to put it on a helmet if you want to go like zip lining, for instance. This is a little waterproof bag I got from Sports Direct, like really cheap. Their stuff is good. I got my thermals and things like that from there too. You just roll it, clip that to your person, or just put it in a bag, and your stuff will be safe inside. This is a waterproof pouch you can get from Amazon. Zoe picks it up from me with her Amazon Prime. We were last minute shopping before we went like, what do we need? I didn't actually use this, but it is good to have. You can go to the hot springs and when you're canoeing, if you're just a little bit worried about your phone, things like this is good. You can still use your phone through it as well. Very handy. That was all my tech stuff, so now we have camping. So things like sleeping bag, if you're going to bring it. If not, as I mentioned in my top 5 tips, you could buy it there, a pillow and a travel neck pillow. It's handy because you can then tie this to your bag or whatever you're carrying, but I would advise buying a real pillow whilst you're out there. Roll mat you could bring, or they do provide it for you, or you could buy a comfier one whilst you're out there. On some of the treks you stay in hostels, so you need a larger lock that goes through your locker so you can lock your valuables safely away. We did camping every night, so I didn't need it, but I thought I would include this just in case you were doing any other treks and you're looking for packing guides. A reusable water bottle. This I use loads. Can you see how scratched up it is? You can buy water, but obviously that adds up. But then if you have your own reusable bottle, you can fill it up at safe drinking stations and you save loads of money, and you need to keep hydrated. To the longest list, which is toiletries. So razor, dry shampoo. As I mentioned in the first half, dispensing your products into smaller containers. And if you've missed this, this is the toiletry bag that I took. Handy, it's waterproof, has the hook, lots of areas, and it came with little bottles to dispense your products into. Body wash and moisturiser. So body wash, think of mini things, or if you have shampoos and conditioners that you love, can't get many things of or don't want to buy, as I said, decant those into smaller bottles. For my body moisturiser, I just had an old tub that I had some face mask in, just cleaned that out and then scooped in my body moisturiser. Face wash, cloth, moisturiser, any face wipes, baby wipes, flip-flops and microfibre towel, shower cap, hair clip and hairbands, any like hair slides or anything that you need as well. To straighten my hair, I didn't use a straightener, I used the following brush. This is the Tangle Teezer Smoothing Hair Tool. So as you blow dry, you have your hair in like this and you blow dry it straight. This is how I now straighten my hair. It's less heat, it's less time. Sun cream and face sun cream. So I use a separate sun cream for my face, especially designed for it. If I use one that usually goes on your body, on my face, it breaks me out. The one I have has tint in, so you can use it as your base, as your foundation. Don't have to then bring a foundation too. Glasses, contact lenses, perfume, you still want it to smell nice. Maybe bring a smaller bottle if you have one. Hand cream, antibacterial, and a nail file. So one of the front pockets I had on my backpack, right at the front at the bottom, I had my nail file. I literally broke I think 6 out of my 10 nails, so a nail file was really handy to make my nails kind of look nicer again. Lip balm, insect repellent, definitely have insect repellent. We all got bitten really badly. At some of the waterfalls, I've never seen that many mosquitoes in my life, and they're really big. Tissues, really good to have in your backpack, in your luggage, just on you. Never know when you need tissues. If you feel like wearing it, then bring makeup. I downsized, so oh, look, Lydia, I have your makeup bag. Oh, I'm dropping my makeup. I have brought this on so many trips. Like, this has been a lot of places with me. This is handy because you can hold it like this. The mirror inside's really good. That was all my makeup in here, plus a palette. On 2 extras, eye mask. Don't wear an eye mask, then you'll wake up at like stupid time. I wouldn't wear it and then I'd wake up and look at the time and be like, oh no. And I'd put my eye mask on and I'd sleep for a couple more hours. A tote bag is really handy to have in the bottom of your backpack with extra things that you may need. A small bag, something like this, so you can put all your stuff to lock away in the trailer to make yourself bear safe. A nice bag for when you go out and about, or if you explore like a nice town, or you go out all together for a night out. Plastic bags in case anything gets wet. Sorry for repeating myself if you have seen the top 5 tips. If not, thought I would add this in, part of the checklist. Little bags in case something leaks, something gets wet, something to put your dirty clothes in, very important. Warm stuff. The weather is very temperamental. So when I looked on the weather before, I thought it was going to be between like 14 to 24 degrees. So I thought it's going to be pretty warm. So I definitely had expectations of hiking to reality of hiking. So you definitely do need warm clothes. Some places you go, it's really warm and you can wear shorts, but other places it's raining, it's cold, you need to layer up. A hat, gloves, scarf, thick socks and thermals I would definitely recommend. Last section now, we are onto clothes. So walking shoes or very comfortable with good grip trainers. I went for walking shoes and I'm so glad that I did. These are so comfy. They're very funky. Are you ready? Oh, I have something in them. Oh, I've got my maple syrup. So when you're packing stuff up, shoving stuff in your shoes saves space. These are covered in trekking dirt. These are by Merrell and these are so comfy. These are waterproof and they are really spacious around the front. I found this area quite wide, so if I wanted to wear thick socks I could, and they then didn't make the shoes too tight, but you can lace them up to make them fit tighter if you weren't wearing really thick shoes. These are so comfy, they had such good grip, and they're so much better than a walking shoe. I've heard walking shoes you really need to wear them before to break them in. I did wear them around the house a day before I went just to see if I needed to break them in, and they were like walking on clouds. If you're wearing trainers that aren't meant to be doing that, they could break, you could injure yourself. Waterproof jacket, because it's gonna rain. It's going to rain. It just is. I had this little Mac in the sack. I actually had 2 waterproof jackets. I bought this one and another one, but I wore this one the most. This was really handy because it was tiny, so it just popped into my rucksack really easily. You know, just a bog standard waterproof jacket, really lightweight and folds down really small. The other one I had, this is by Protected Species and it's designed to look like an actual Mac, so it does look very fashionable. So it looks like one of those Burberry trench. I think I said Mac, but maybe I meant trench. It does have a hood on it. The material looks like really nice, but it's fully waterproof. If you were going in a nice city and it might rain, then you can bring that and wear it as a nice kind of fashionable looking trench. And if the heavens opened, you are then protected. Or if you're just hiking and need something more like small and lightweight, then the kind of bog standard Mac and a sack would work. So I bought 2 to have options. Sunglasses, pajamas. So for hiking, things that are comfortable, so like leggings are really good, sports bra, that kind of stuff. Underwear, your socks, your bras, warm clothes. So I bought 4 jumpers. That ranged from, one was just a lightweight jumper from American Apparel. I had another lightweight one, which was white with black stripes from Brandy Melville. This one was from Monkey, and I made sure that they were mostly 100% cotton. That just made sure as you did get warm, they were breathable. Otherwise, they would kind of just be all like sweaty and gross. And the other one is the one I wear loads. It's a really comfy, slouchy, oversized Budweiser jumper. That was just great for relaxing in. Hoodies are really good. You really can't bring too many layers. Like bring loads of warm clothes. If anything, I packed too many nice things. Like I packed loads of nice crop tops and tops, which I didn't wear. It's better to have things that you can layer, to be honest. The shoes, pack things like a nice pair of shoes because you're gonna go out at some point. I packed boots, which to be fair, I don't really know if was necessary. I basically wanted to pack some boots in case it rained and I was in a town and didn't want to wear my colourful walking shoes. They're an option, but they are kind of heavy, so it's up to you if you bring them. Trainers, I had my Converse as I mentioned, and sandals. I had like some flat little pumps. That's basically what I brought. Do bring some swimwear. Denim shorts, which I did eventually wear on some of the nicer places. When we were out of the Rockies, then I could actually wear things because the weather was completely different. But whilst we were up in the Rockies, I was wearing my leggings, jeans, my American Apparel riding pants, like just bring several different bottoms. It definitely isn't fashionable. It's about being practical and warm and comfortable. I bought 3 jackets. I had my denim jacket, which I wore to the airport as my travel outfit, just my normal Levi's jacket. I had another Levi's jacket. This I wore so much because it was so warm. I had literally so much Budweiser merch with me, and it's a little bit oversized, so I could really layer up. It's a little lightweight jacket which I could wear when I was at the start. I was trying to be fashionable, and then as I progressed into the trek, I was just warm. The tops, things to layer. Shirts is really good as well. So you can wear like a crop top, maybe a top on top, and then a shirt, and maybe then a denim jacket. And then if it gets warmer, you can take some of those layers off. I wear nice clothes when you're going out. Bring yourself options and pack for all weather scenarios. So that was my complete packing guide with the tips and the whole checklist. As I said, I'll leave the checklist below. I hope you found this helpful. I have another video to come on my main channel, and stay tuned on my vlog channel. I have vlogs of the whole trip as well. In my next video, I'm planning to do a summary of the trip. So if you don't want to sit through the vlogs, I'll talk you through what kind of stuff to expect and include some clips. But I hope you will find this all interesting, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.